Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello again. Welcome back with yours truly, the counselor, Mr. James Horton, your domestic violence counselor. Welcome back to my class. All right. We're going to be dealing with a topic today, and the topic is going to be called the domestic toe. You know, you say the domestic toe. How could it be related to the domestic toe? Well, I'll show you if you just give me a chance. All right, this domestic toe thing is like, on the body, we'll get more into that. On the body is amazing. As I've learned in my studies is that, the baby toe is very important. We think it's, you can lose that toe, and if you have to lose any toe, you lose that toe, you'll be fine because you have your other toes. But not so true, right? They say the domestic toe is is a very strong toe, right? I mean, if you don't got the baby toe, it's so easy to fall to the wayside, or fall to the ground. So it's needed, like all things are needed, and all pieces are needed in a system, right? And a system is described as the family, right? And your family and family within you, all right? So here we go. And before we go on, I'd like to just say to tap into my channel, Domestic Violence with the Counselor, Mr. James Horton on YouTube. Domestic Violence with the Counselor. You'll see the posting in front of you. If you forget exactly what to put, Domestic Violence with the Counselor, Mr. James Horton on YouTube, my channel. All right. I'd love for you to tap in and put a thumbs up and a like and even subscribe. It would be great. All right. It says it says the domestic baby toe. Who and what are known and unknown descriptions of the domestic baby toe? The domestic baby toe is known as the little toe or the tiny toe, or the tiny toe is what we know as the pinky ring toe. Baby toes align itself with 4 other toes. The 4th toe or ring toe, the 3rd toe or middle toe, the 2nd toe, also known as the long toe, which is followed by the 1st toe, the hallux toe, great toe, and what we all know as the big toe. The big toe has always been known as the innermost toe, even though there are facts that say that the innermost toe is really the baby toe and the strongest toe of all toes. The baby toe is the balanced toe. Keeps you in balance. Like I said, keeps you in balance. It's a balanced toe. The baby toe is the toe that one needs to keep themselves from falling to the wayside. Ask yourself questions, all right? Ask yourself questions and follow along. It says domestic baby toe. Did you know in most domestic confrontational relationships that the toe is always, and the baby toe is always stronger, right, than the big toe? Oh no, you don't want to believe it. Hey, but the baby toe is actually much stronger than the big toe as far as keeping balance together, keeping the balance, keeping you on the square, right? And you need a square to stand on, right? If you don't have a square to stand on, that can be another imbalance for you. Number 2, baby toe, domestic baby toe. When you think about the family of toes you grew up with, did you grow up with feeling like the abandoned toe, the abandoned baby toe, the lost baby toe, or the tiny baby toe because of your size and the way you were made to feel in your family? Domestic baby toe. When you think about the family of toes you grew up with, did you grow up feeling like the abandoned baby toe, the lost baby toe, or the tiny baby toe because of your size and the way you were made to feel when you were growing up? I mean, like, sometimes we just the last to show up. Sometimes we the 5th child in the family. Sometimes our siblings are much older than us, and it seems like no one's around to play with us or even talk to us or whatever children do, right? And there are some times where you just feel all alone. You feel abandoned. Nobody is, people are going to work. Your siblings are going to play with their friends, and they're not trying to take you to the skating ring. They're not trying to, oh no, it's too much to watch you. Stay at home, right? So that kind of thing, right? Number 3, domestic baby toe. In most friendships and relationships of toes you're known to be involved with, do you feel most of those toes will work really hard to defeat you, or do you feel most toes work hard to complete you, right? I mean, like the group of toes you hang out with, do they work hard to defeat you? Do they work hard to find out what your next plan is so they can sabotage it? Or do they work to help complete you, right? Sometimes, I would hope, I'll say, that the group of toes that you align with, fit. They're the right group that you need to be with, right? So y'all can be complete and balanced as God would want you to be, right? So just something to put on your thoughts, right? Number 4, domestic baby toe, foot and body balance. When it comes to the balancing your feet, balancing your mind, body, and spirit, do you depend on your big toe or your baby toe to balance your whole body structure? Domestic baby toe, foot and body balance. When it comes to balancing your feet, mind, body, and spirit, do you depend on the big toe, your big toe, or your baby toe to balance your whole body structure? Do you which one do you depend on? Sometimes we say, oh, I'm gonna get me, I'm gonna hang out with big dog in them, and I'm gonna be fine because, of the size of my friends, my associates, and my partners, my organization. I'm gonna depend straight on this here job because it's a big job and it has a big name. But that's not always gonna be it. Sometimes you might have to roll with the little toe, right? The little toe is the balance toe, remember? So, depending on one thing and not something else, and not having a backup toe, can be a problem, right? Okay? So, number 5, domestic baby toe / toe jam. Domestic baby toe / toe jam. In most toe jam situations you find yourself stuck in, do you depend on and rely on your big toe to get you out, or do you depend on your baby toe to get you out, right? When you in a jam, when you in a jam, man, like I said, man, we find ourselves over here, thinking that one thing instead of another thing is the solution, right? You don't really know, right? If there's no baby toe over here, when you move to the wrong side, right? When you unbalance yourself to the wrong side, it can be trouble. It can be a world of trouble, right? Number 6, domestic frustrated baby toe. When it comes to using the walk it or talk it tools in areas of domestic violence, are you known to use the talk or the walk it domestic baby toe tool when it comes to resolving most of your relationship issues? Domestic frustrated baby toe. When it comes to using the walk it or talk it tools in the areas of domestic violence, are you known to use the walk it toe or the talk it domestic baby toe when it comes to resolving most of your problems, right? Now, you fussing, arguing, you just in one of those situations with your relationship partner, and they're talking up the good stuff, and he or she is talking up the good stuff and just making all kind of verbal racket and stuff like that, and they're doing that, right? And you can take on either choice. I suggest you don't go back talking back to someone that's talking unhealthy to you, because if you walk it, you can prevent yourself from going to jail, right? You can get up out of there, right? You still will be the woman that you were meant to be, that God wants you to be. You still be the man and individual and stand-up person by walking away. Why stay and keep talking some stuff that's going to lead to some other stuff? Why do that? That's it, right? All right. Number 7, domestic wilding out baby toe. when it comes to taking responsibility for the wilding out behaviors you have with others, do you blame the other toes before you blame the domestic wilding out toe? You are, right? Domestic wilding out baby toe. When it comes to taking responsibility for wilding out, for your wilding out behavior you have with others, do you blame the other toes, your other toes, before you blame the domestic wilding out baby toe that you are, right? You got to point the finger and look at you. You got to point your finger and look at you because, you know, that blame game is not going to get it. You're really responsible for all toes, but if you are the baby toe, right, don't lose yourself in tripping. You know, don't always think, oh, I can hide behind the other toes and play like I had no involvement in this. I can play like I didn't start this. You can play like you're not responsible for this whole thing crashing or wilding out. But you must take responsibility, even responsibility for the baby toe. All right? Number 8, we're going to close this out. To the domestic irresponsible baby toe in the family and in society, are you known to be and live a irresponsible life because you feel like a tiny toe, a little toe, or unworthy, unloving baby toe that has always been depending on other toes instead of being self-independent on yourself, right? To the domestic irresponsible toe in families and in society, are you known to be and live a irresponsible life because you feel like a tiny toe, a little toe, or an unworthy, unloving baby toe that has always been depending on other toes instead of being self-independent on yourself, right? These are, you know, it's like being in the house too long. It's like being in the nest too long, being the baby bird in the nest. There's a certain time that the bird is supposed to fly out the nest, right, and find its own way. There's a certain time when we as parents, when our parents even should have told us, it's time to go. You're almost 18. And it's time to start finding out what the world is like. It's time to start feeling like what it means to become a man, what it means for a young lady to be, a young girl to become a woman. What does it mean, right? It's a time for takeoff, right? Some of us take off real late. Some of us wait to the 33rd in life to move on. Some of us are still stuck at home, 40, 50, and even 55, 60 even, at home, right? Saying, oh, I'm just here to take care of mama, right? But mama's fine, right? Mama got a man. Mama got your daddy there. Mama got it all together. She don't need no help. Mama got direct deposit. So soon as the check come to her account, all bills are paid. But yet we say, I'm just here taking care of mama. But it looks like mama's still taking care of us, right? It looks like we're just really stuck in the baby toe zone, right? The baby toe zone. Irresponsible baby toe even, right? So we gotta just like step our game up. You know the power within the baby toe. Know the power within the group of other toes that support you and keep you standing, right? Know who you are, right? And know the star in you who you are meant to be. And just keep shining. Okay, that's going to be it for yours truly, the counselor, Mr. James Horton. Thank you for attending my group.